Hello, you lovely people. Hi, you kindly folk. It's been a while since we last met, our adventures left unwoke. We've got our maps and dice in hand and tales that still provoke. Together we will journey on, our laughter will evoke. Throughout the magic realms we'll go as friendship grows and grows. So hello, you lovely people, and hi, you kindly folk.
Welcome back, all you kindly folk. I'm your host and your Dungeon Master Kyle, and when we last left, the Banded Broken had just been shaken more than any battle ever could. A friend long thought lost stands before them once more. But first, a recap of the previous session brought to us by Talus.
I've never seen anyone else in Saigon's place. Seeing Ortega should have been a relief, so why wasn't it? Was it even really him? His memories have been stripped away by Narebi's cruelty, leaving him seeming hollow, maybe just a fragment of who he used to be. Saigon pulled him back from the brink, and what made him her champion? Her words tonight about power, ambition, and aspirations feel foreign. For the first time, I feel like a servant instead of a friend. But I love her. I just want to understand. But am I just the latest failed project of hers? When Saigon reached out to me, intervening after Ortega moved to block me from her, I hesitated. For the first time, I hesitated. My hand fell away, and that cold, dark alley returned. At the inn, Parrish and Tatiana sat over drinks and discussed choices stolen, happiness carved from spite, the toll of anger. They spoke of Ortega, hills worth dying on, family, names, and doing the next best thing. Then I was at the door, then the bar, and finally pouring out the truth. Ortega is alive, and he doesn't remember. Then Ortega appeared in the doorway, and chaos ensued. Parrish left to find more whiskey, but something shifted when he heard Udvar's voice. Then, out of nowhere, he spoke Saigon's name aloud, and Tatiana's anger suddenly flared. She lashed out and fled upstairs to make a call. I chased after her, trying to grab the stone from her hands. She bit my neck, wrenched it free, and finally shouted Saigon's name into the stone. Downstairs, Parrish worked to calm Ortega. Then Tatiana, when she came down and continued to rage, she flung a dart at Ortega, and Parrish intervened, wrapping her in a hug until her anger just dissolved into tears. Parrish asked if she was willing to hold down the fort for him. He warned Ortega not to hurt her, and with an unsettling calm, retrieved a bottle of wine from Tatiana and invited me for a walk. I didn't realize how much I needed it. He didn't push me to speak, instead sharing his own stories of the Raven Queen, of love and fear intertwined. I apologized for the secrets I'd kept, and he reminded me that it's never too late to plant an orchard. I told him about leaving home, about Saigon saving my life and everything I carry. I asked him if he had loved the Raven Queen, and his answer was yes. When I asked if he had feared her, his answer was the same. There's so much work to do. I need to speak to the others. We need to tell Ari that Ortega is back, and we need to decide what comes next.
Ortega has returned, yet he does not remember them. The bond that they once shared has been severed. Tatiana is left reeling. Talus's secrets weigh heavier than ever, and the rest of the party are left to wonder. Is this truly their ally reborn, or something else entirely? The road ahead is uncertain, but the allegiance of Volsite still calls, and the Banded Broken must answer. So the story continues now. Parrish and Talus, from the last session, you had just come in from this very nice stroll, watching the sunrise in Ank'Harel, not really getting a whole lot of sleep, but, well, for you two, you don't really need the sleep, let's be real. And you walk in to the early morning. Parrish, you make your way back into the serving areas that you're familiar with as you've finished your trance. And Talus, you make your way into the one bedroom that you've kind of claimed your own that hasn't been destroyed by Tatiana. Tatiana is over by the fire, kind of holding her rapier, sleeping, but very not comfortably. And Ortega is now sitting at the bar, not realizing that people are sleeping, finishing his drinks, now starting to rummage around to see if he can find something to eat because he saw other people eating. You all finish off your long rest. You finish off your long rest. You wake up in the morning, and Ari, you had the nicest sleep ever. You were dreaming of all of your fun times that you'd had with Ortega. You were dreaming about meeting your sister and brother-in-law. You were dreaming about your niece, Ayo. You were dreaming about your mom. It was a lovely, lovely sleep for you. And there were a few bumps that you feel that, you heard during the night, but it was just part of your dream. Really, nothing happened. But oddly enough, there was, in your dream, you kind of imagined like this chair being tossed, but you're not really sure what, where the relevance of that was. And you just chalked it up to, hey, you know what? Maybe I should invest in a chair for my room, as that's how dreams work. And you wake up refreshed as ever, and you look downstairs, you open the door, and you look down into the bar below, expecting to see Parrish, and you see sitting at the bar what looks to be your friend Ortega.
Ari stops on the stairs, and he goes to reach for his gun for a second, but he stumbles, and he drops it, and he runs down the stairs and embraces Ortega.
Ortega, after getting mauled on the side as he didn't even get a chance to turn to see who ran down the stairs, will mutter, "Why am I not drunk? I've drank this bar dry and I'm not drunk." And then he's gonna look to Ari once Ari kind of lets go a little bit. And he's gonna look down at him, and a huge grin's gonna come across his face. "No way. Is that you, Ari? I feel like I haven't seen you in ages."
It's only been a few days for me, but it feels the same way. And he embraces him again in a shorter, punctuated hug and grabs him by the shoulders, I guess up probably like this. "I thought you died. I didn't know you could die and come back. I feel like that's something that friends tell each other."
It's probably at this moment Ari clues in that Ortega looks 50 years older. His face is heavily scarred on one side. He doesn't have those thorn rose bones throughout his skin. And he's just going to respond, "Well, I did die, Ari, but that was long after the last time I saw you. Man, you never forget a good drinking buddy. Those 2 weeks we had between Asarius and Jago was 2 very good weeks."
From the snippets I remember, I'd agree with you.
Where'd you go after
stories
Jago?
that we wrote. I'm sorry, where'd I go after Jago? I've been with...
I woke up one morning and you were gone.
Oh. Well, Ortega, my friend, it seems like you may have developed a gap in your memory. And there are things that you should probably know. And I look over at Lady Tatiana and kind of just I look back at Ortega. Do you know what happened? Do you know why you're back? How are you back? And what? I'm looking around at everyone else who clearly has already seen that Ortega is alive. And Ari's just kind of like, my goodness, the hell happened here?
Well, I remember 2 people. One of them he tortured me for ages. He ripped, from what Narevi said, he ripped a lot of memories out of my head. And that was extremely painful. And then Narevi stripped me of the power she gave me because I wouldn't serve her correctly.
And is that why you look like hell right now?
Well, yeah. She ripped those bones out of my body piece by piece, and I just remember waking up in a pool of my own blood and bones. And then I remembered a voice I'd heard in my head at some camp. I can't remember why I was there or what was going on. I just remember a voice telling me to get out.
Well, I know for the fact that you've woken up in somehow worse conditions, but I'm very glad to see you back here at this particular establishment. and I'm sorry for what you've gone through. For what it's worth, you left us in the Feywild and we had to fight our way out, and it took us years. But hey, you know what? Why don't we just call it square? Because I'm really happy to see you again.
Well, I've been drinking all night.
It's morning now. It's morning, so I guess I have to catch up. He grabs the bottle and does a tally-ho, and puts it down and says,
sober.
"No, I'd imagine you could be drinking all night and you'd probably be fine. But I gotta say, I slept in a bit, so it's 9 a.m. and that's not sober o'clock. So." I gotta say, it is something really special to come down and see you here. It's something I did not expect, and I don't know if it's too good to be true. How are you alive?
Well, I wasn't.
Nope, that part's clear. Saw that happen. Alive now. Let's fill in the blanks.
Well, that voice, I reached out to that voice.
And they said, did they introduce themselves? Were they polite?
She was very polite.
Lovely. It wasn't Narebi, was it? Because I gotta say, I think I'm gonna kill her.
You won't
sorry.
get the chance, Ari. I'm gonna chop off her head.
Well, Ortega, I guess it's a race. But who did you hear then if it wasn't Narebi? The soon-to-be headless or shot in the head. We'll figure out her epitaph later.
Well,
boys, hope you don't mind me interrupting, but breakfast is on the table. Mind if we all eat together first?
I don't know if dead men get hungry, but sleepy ones do. And I sit down at the table.
Ortega will get up and follow to the table and sit down, and he won't touch the food.
It's at this point that Talis has kind of moseyed her way down the stairs as well. And Tatiana she's heard the commotion, so she's up at this point as well.
Well,
Listen to me, minding my own business.
Talis was there. That's when I met her. Lady's name was Saigon.
Whoa, hold up. I've heard a thing or two about this Saigon. Ortega, is she good to you?
She was very good. Essentially, the best way to put it is that I pledged to always act in a manner that furthers her goals in exchange for free will on attending to my own agenda. So as long as what I'm doing somewhat aligns with what she wants to accomplish, or helps her in any way to accomplish her own goals, I'm a free man.
Does Talis show any signs of anything upon hearing this?
I think Talis, first, Talis doesn't mosey downstairs. She slinks downstairs with her tail between her legs. And I think hearing this, she just kind of like eyes wide, deer in headlights stare, kind of just slowly sinks to the table and starts picking at some food.
Does Ari notice the wound on her neck?
Make a perception check.
19.
Yeah, you do.
Well, nice to see you, Captain. Seems like you might have been a look over at Lady Tatiana. Seems like I missed some things last night. You okay, Talis?
We liked it.
I asked her.
Probably tell you the same.
Yeah.
Well, John, everybody likes it. Maybe you should try it, Ari. Fun. Real good time. Also, Ortega, you taste like shit. And you're also delusional. If you think that hag is your friend.
I never said she was my friend. I said she was nice to me. Talis, on the other
You
hand,
think that she will give you your freedom. You're delusional.
I already have it.
So you and Talis both talked to this Saigon. Talis, who is she to you now?
And Talis is gonna take a deep breath, shaky,
Thanks.
and just look at the people gathered around the table. I wanted to apologize for losing control of that magic, that energy in the street the other day. That was, I'm sorry. I acted rashly and I shouldn't have done that. It's not mine. That power isn't mine. It's hers. It's Saigon's. When I was a kid, I left home and something bad happened to me. Those things that we met in the Fae, I think they killed me, turned me into one of them. They took everything from me, and Saigon came to me and she gave it all back. And she's my friend. Saigon is my oldest and dearest friend, and I have known her for a very, very long time. She is always there in the background. I'm always thinking about her, and she has power unlike anything I've seen before. It's incredible, and I try to be a good friend, but she's given me so much, so can't really make up for that. But
I have never heard you so subservient. I've never heard you, Captain. You're either serving this person,
no,
or you love them. Do you love them?
she's my dearest friend. Of course I love her.
That's not what I asked.
What, Tatiana? What do you have to say?
Tell me this and be honest, but how many times have you fucked up and has she punished you? How many times?
It's not
When
like
you lost
that.
your beauty?
I don't know what you
When
mean.
you saved
Is she the one?
Paris?
Is Saigon the one who
and
did
you
that?
lost your beauty? That was her, wasn't it?
I don't know what you mean.
You
Was
came
it
back
Saigon?
looking like death itself, and it was because of her, wasn't it?
No, she wouldn't do that.
So she had nothing to do with it then?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alice, wake up! She is using you.
If she's using Talus, then she's using Ortega.
It's what
Ortega is going to smack the table real loud for effect. Who are y'all to admonish this one for her past? I'm sure you all have had
judging her
troubled
for her past. Look at what I am. I'm not
I'm
one to
saying
judge, but she is being blind. And I'm saying this to you because I am your friend.
It sounds to me like we all at this table really desperately want what's best for each other.
Yeah, you're right there, Paris.
I don't fully understand the scope of the situation with this Saigon character. I don't think we know the nature of her relationship with either Ortega or Talus. But I don't think that angry words over breakfast is necessarily going to get us where we want to be together.
I think that you are very right, Paris, as usual.
Lady
So I look at Lady Tatiana.
Oh, go ahead.
And I look at Talus. I look at Ortega. Whatever this Saigon is to all of you, what matters to me is who you are to me. And you are my friends. And Parrish is right. I want what's best for all of you. But I don't know enough. I certainly won't judge for now. With a friend I thought dead and is back with us, I do not see a reason why we should not celebrate with eggs. Let's have some breakfast. And then let's move forward, hopefully together. Because we are our best together, or at least I am with you.
Before
Pass me
we
the
move
eggs,
forward,
please.
all right. Before we move forward, Talus, is what you said to Saigon true?
What?
That you love her?
Of course it is.
Then no matter
Ortega,
what,
I don't
if your
know.
friends don't think that she's good for you, it's not a very good friend.
I don't know what exactly happened to you or who you think she is, but you don't know her.
I know enough. You know what? Enjoy your breakfast. I am going to step out for however long it takes me to calm down because I think you're being irrational idiots and I don't have anything nice to say. So I'll be back.
Please don't eat anyone this time. Just be safe. Love you. Bye.
Talus, I learned a lot from sitting in on one conversation. Now that Tatiana's gone, everything she said is downright true. I don't know the nature of your arrangement with Saigon. It's much more than it involves your beauty or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. She flat out told you that she used you. And then she turned around and said that you are hers and she is yours forever. And in a second, your mind went right back to loving her after you had just almost questioned everything about her. Look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't love her. I'm saying that she clearly has ambitions and mocked that you don't have any. I think you need to figure out what your ambitions are and start using her to get what you want. Because that's what she's doing to you. It's literally the only deal I have with her is to allow me to kill Norebi. And if along the way I gotta protect some jewels, that's fine. The other thing I learned from that conversation, and Ortega's gonna turn to Parrish, who's your friend, and he's gonna point to his noggin. You are the most level-headed person here, but you're not without your own secrets.
I take offense to that, but you are correct.
I was fairly open with the party about my particular condition, but I understand that you don't have any memory of that. In the tomb, when Ari died, and I severed my connection to my god, and gave myself in his place, and Talus brought me back with her sacrifice. I'm not sure there was enough there, even with the sacrifices of our companions and with my desire to keep going. All I know is their name is Utvarapak. I believe it was the same man I was taking charcoal sketches of when we first met each other. Not sure where exactly he came from, but as far as I'm aware, when I said the name Saigon last night, it's the first time that he was able to compel me to do anything. So, you know as much as I do.
Does Ari have any reaction to hearing the name Utvarapak?
Oh, you know exactly who Utvarapak is. It's just
I know about his relationship with my father.
Yeah. It's just weird that, Parrish is talking about Utvarapak, but obviously it's not out of the realm of, out of the realm of craziness. But
Ari is not gonna say anything.
Yeah. It is at this point that Tatiana, as you were kind of walking outside, you saw Prolex kind of walking into the bar, and he sees you and goes, okay, and he just walks on past and enters into the bar.
I'm too mad. I'm just ignoring him. I don't care about Prolex. I think he's an idiot. I would scoff at him as I was like, as I walk by. Can I check the receipt?
Yes.
Has anything happened with that? Whoa, yay!
You check the receipt, and where it's basically shown that the order hadn't been completed yet, you see, like, as you open it up, it kind of like burns into the receipt, almost as if he's writing it at that point, saying like the order has been received.
Does the receipt say like what shop it is, like where it's from, or does it just say like a baker's dozen?
No, it's Old Man Krug's bakery shop.
Okay, I am going to ask somebody for directions and just start walking that way.
You went there. Well, I mean, you didn't go there, but you kind of like you know where it is because that's where.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't even have to.
Okay, well, I'm going to head in that direction, and as when I get closer, I'm going to ask, I'm going to like just kind of, do you know where the shop is? I'm looking for this shop and find exactly where it is.
Yeah, you're able to do so. You ask one person, he's like, I would never shop there. That's not like the best cupcakes in town, and just kind of walks past.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
You get
right. I'm going to go to the shop.
You're going to go to the shop. Okay.
I'm going to go to the shop.
You get to the shop. And you kind of open the door, and it smells like burnt bread. It's not a pleasant bake shop in any way, shape, or form. And you're looking around, and you're like, no wonder people are not buying from here.
Yeah.
This place is terrible.
Not that I would eat there anyways. I like things a little bloodier.
And
But
you see this hulking half-orc, elderly looking, but he's got a little, baker's hat on, and he's got a little apron. And he's coming out with a tray of like really burnt croissants right now, and he puts it into his display case. And welcome, old man Cruz, big shop. Can I help you?
here for a pickup?
Pickup? Sure. Let me see. And he takes it, and well, you look awfully different than the person that made this order. Can I get the name of the order?
Ortega.
I mean, he didn't give me a name. Oh, Hobgoblin. Yeah, he didn't give me a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it checks out. So here's the thing. I don't know if you're super familiar with Ortega or if you killed Ortega and just took his receipt. It happens a lot here. He gave me an item, and I had a really hard time getting rid of that item.
Okay.
I did manage to get rid of it, and I got this. He wanted armor, and so finding a niche specific thing that he wanted versus what I was trying to sell, it was difficult. I mean, I do think of myself as a pretty excellent businessman when it comes to exchanging goods and services, but I got something. It's this old rusted armor. The mask, it wasn't really the nicest thing, so I had to do what I could. He wanted some armor, so here it is. And he kind of goes down into his basement, and he pulls up this old black scaled armor, and he plops it down, and it looks like it's got like jade filigrees all over it, and it has kind of like a jade bandana, kind of like a neck piece, sort of. It's like a material. It's just jade in color. I don't know how old it is, but it's something. And I haven't really been able to do a whole lot of research or anything like that. But I do know that this armor is firm. If you wear it, or if he wears it, or whomever wears it, you are going to feel a little bit more protected. But that's what he wanted. So that's all I got.
Well, he died. Gruesome, terrible death. And I'm not huge on armor. You have any guns?
No.
Can you get me a gun?
Yeah, I can get you a gun. I don't know. I don't really do like hey, customer didn't like this item, so I mean, if you want a gun, you got to take this armor.
Oh, I'll take the armor. I'm sure I can find some useless idiot who might wear it. But I need a pistol. I lost mine, and I'm feeling a little empty on my side here. So the quicker the better.
Okay, so here's the thing. Maybe I wasn't exactly, 100%.
You need me to trade an item?
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're going here. We exchange our goods and services. You give me something, and I give you something of equal or lesser value in return.
Who's gonna put down the eyes of the eagle?
You gotta remind me what that is again.
This was, it's a legacy wondrous item, uncommon. Crystal lenses fit over the eyes. While wearing them, you have advantage on wisdom or perception checks that rely on sight. In conditions of clear visibility, you can make out details of even extremely distant creatures and objects as small as 2 feet across. They're practically new. I've never used them. Not my, clashes with my outfit.
Right. Yeah, I could probably find you a pistol or something like that. Yeah, this is a lot easier to handle since,
I'm sure you got a few peeping toms on your list who would love this.
I hate to say it, but I can't comment on that. But yeah, I can. I can get you a pistol. Shouldn't be a problem. Equal or lesser value. And anything like, do you want it to do anything like shoot fire or maybe not use ammo? There's a lot of artificers that have kind of tinkered with their gunsmithing, and we have some gunslingers, and there was this old guy a long time ago who like created his own guns, and Anyways, I'm just saying, there's a whole bunch of little nifty things you can do with a gun. The only problem is if I give your item to somebody in exchange directly for a gun, we might have a problem with the legality. So I know that there's a couple clients that I have. They all wield firearms. That's okay. Like, are you willing to take on that risk?
You can get me, of course. A gun that doesn't take ammo does sound appealing. I'd never have to worry about reloading. Be my top choice, I think. I trust you have good taste. Get me the best you can.
I will do what I can. Tell you what, just hang on to that. Hang on to this receipt. I can, I'll just basically say customer reorder or whatever. Leave your item with me, and I'll get that to you within a couple days or so. It shouldn't be too hard to get one, considering this is not anywhere near the last mask that I had to deal with. So,
well, I mean,
yeah,
he kind of collects rubbish things. I don't doubt whatsoever. At least he did collect rubbish things. Weird collector. I have a little bit of class, but
Oh, okay. Well,
you do you, and I'll find a fool to wear this armor.
Okay. Pleasure doing business with you. Can I get a name for the order?
Tati.
How do you spell that?
Tati.
Taty. All right, perfect. All right.
No, I, not Y. There's no Y. I. Tati.
Katie.
It's like going to Starbucks. I just want to die.
Yeah, no. Here. May I write it down for you?
Yeah, if you want, sure.
She's gonna write Tatiana.
And he takes a look at the paper. I thought you said your name was Toddy, not Tortle. Anyways, all right. Anyways, it's all good. Come see me in a couple days when it says that your order has been completed. Obviously, if you have the receipt, listen, here's the thing. So normally there's a code word, there's a phrase that you're supposed to say, but you already had the receipt. Yeah, I kind of already know what I'm about. So the only thing I'm going to say is discretion, please. You didn't get the item from me, and I didn't get the item from you. I have no idea who you are, and you have no idea who I am.
You're buying croissants. What are you talking about?
Well, here, have a croissant. There you go. They're fresh. I just made them 3 days ago.
You smell lovely. I can't wait. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. They're my specialty.
I will see you in a couple of days for more croissants.
Yep. For more croissants. All right.
And she's gonna take the armor and walk back to the bar or the inn. Now that she's had a good long walk to recenter. And then when she walks in, she's gonna slam the crusty old croissant in front of Ortega and go, "Here, I brought you a snack." And she's going to put the armor in front of Parrish and Ari. And I don't care which one of you takes it, but somebody needs armor. And it doesn't fit me.
Before you have a chance to get back, because this is a pretty long walk. So that's all fine and dandy. You can still do that. But there has to be a conversation that happens kind of before that.
Yeah.
So
all right, because Phillips walked into the bar as I was leaving.
Yeah. So as you walked out and you guys kind of finished the remaining four of you finish your conversation, and you look around and you see Prolex kind of sitting there and looking awkwardly, like trying to like steal some of the breakfast, and he's hi, hello, hey, how are you?
Oh, I'll grab you a plate.
Oh, I don't want to impose. I don't want to intrude, but I mean, yeah, absolutely, for sure. As long as it's on the house.
I pick up my revolver and I spin the chamber and I slam it down on the table loud. And I say, "You just listen to Parrish then and say thank you."
Thank you. Yep, thank you.
And that's enough now.
I mean,
what are you doing here?
Well, as you might be aware, the Allegiance of Allsight is actually conducting a massive evacuation project in the Sigil District. It's an effort to explore the ruins of Kael Moro. I'm sure we've talked about this. It's a much older city below Ank'Harel, from what I've been told, at least. I mean, there was a thing where it existed, it didn't exist, it exists, it doesn't exist. It doesn't really matter. It's above my pay grade. Anyways, look, the Allegiance has heard that there's potentially another entrance to Kael Moro, and it runs through the city's oasis. Would you please do us a favor in investigating these claims? I'm authorized to pay your group 300 gold pieces for your time and trouble. I can tell you where to go, and he won't hurt me.
I look to everyone else around the table before his voice goes so high that it starts breaking windows. Friends, we could probably use the gold. And frankly speaking, I feel a lot of aggression around the table here. I feel a lot of people who maybe have some things to work out. Things are rarely solved around a bar table, but often are solved in the heat of battle. Maybe we won't find battle, but we might find something. And let me tell you, I am unsitting. I hate this man. But yeah, no, I know you heard me. You're right there. I'm well aware. And if you weren't aware that I hate you, you should be. You should have it tattooed on you. Ari hates me. But
Ari, yeah, hospitality. No. He's a guest at the end.
I won't tattoo you here then.
Okay.
Thank you.
But look, credit where credit.
That said, he's got some information for us that seems to be worth following, if not for the gold, then for some adventure. Ortega, you and I used to run things like this all the time, and I'm getting the feeling like you might not remember that. But trust me, when it comes to finding something that needs to be found or fighting something that needs to be fought, you and I don't lose.
You haven't changed a bit, old friend.
Oh, that's the man I remember. You hobgoblin son of a bitch.
I will say that I am not as good at punching things as I used to.
You were very, very good at punching things before. If it's only moderately decreased, you're still good at punching things.
And more.
You want to punch him? I have no problem with it whatsoever. Punch him in the face.
Please don't.
No. You hold still. You You want to punch him in the face? No, I don't remember asking. No. Hey, just shut up.
Ari,
yeah.
I do not want to punch you in the face.
Oh, thank you.
Money left on the table, friend.
Would I like to summon hellfire in his face? Yes.
Why would you want it?
You look in the mirror and consider your choices and then answer the question yourself. Now, I don't believe that you should summon hellfire into his face. We are in a bar that is mostly made of wood. Also, frankly speaking, he has given us an opportunity to make some money that I would potentially like to take up. That's just me.
On that note, and I do
look to the table.
However, that fee does seem a little low for our talents. I'd like to persuasion to increase from 300 gold pieces.
Am I able to give him advantage on it because my gun is on the table?
I wouldn't make an intimidation check, and then depending on the check, that will determine whether he gets advantage or not.
And can I use the help action for Ari's intimidation? I'm kidding.
17 on intimidation on the dice, which is for Ari for intimidation of +3. That's a dirty 20.
Oof.
So he's pretty intimidated. Yeah, he's pretty intimidated. I will allow the advantage.
Don't need it. That's a nat 20.
Let's freaking go.
Ortega's just gonna put a hand on Prolix's shoulder and just say, "It's your lucky day."
What? You did do the elephant thing, right? That was a thing you did. Look, the Allegiance of Allsight is, very meticulous with the money that they give out to people. But I'll tell you what. since you guys are like the coolest people, and you all helped me back in that place that we went to with the Betrayer's Rise. I don't really want to think about it either way. And you've been very gracious with your hospitality. I've been gracious with my hospitality. I'll let you in my home. You guys saw my cat. Tell you what, I will dip into my own stipend a little bit, and I'll put in even more of a good word for you guys, the Allegiance of Elsight. Maybe speed this process along a little bit, just to make you guys, the members that you're supposed to be. And I really am vouching for you guys, but I'm a busy guy. I do a lot of things on my own. So I'll tell you what, 300 gold pieces. That's said and done. And because I like you guys all so much, I'll give you each 50. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not a bad deal. What is Talus looking like right now?
Talus is picking at the Jewel of Three Prayers. She's just kind of staring off into the middle distance, kind of just running her fingers over the jewels. So
Captain tries to get her attention a bit, noticing that she is drifting. We've been offered 300 gold and then an additional 50 each. Pursue this mission from Prolax. I got used to asking you as captain for a long time, so call it muscle memory. What do you think?
I think we are worth more than 110 gold pieces each, but let's say this is a fair compromise. We'll do your work for you, Prolix.
It's not my work. It's the Allegiance's work. And they want you, but they just want you to prove.
Right. But it sounds like you're coming to me and asking me to do things for you to make your life easier. So no, it does sound like this is your work.
And it really does sound like
your own pocket, so.
Yeah, this sounds like a big Prolex issue and not so much anybody else's. How do you feel like you can make this good and better? That sound good to you? Prolex, whatever your name is.
Whatever. If that's what you want to believe, that's fine. My job was to tell you to do your job. That's it. I'm middle management. That's all I do. That's all I was told to do. My goodness.
I'm so deeply offended by every part of your existence. I will let it slide this time, but goodness, someday. Oh, God, someday. Promise. Guys, I could use the money.
I would like to do it. I think a couple housekeeping items, though. If we can avoid any unnecessary killing, violence, by all means. And I don't think we should make a decision before Lady Tatiana comes back, but I do believe she'll be in the mood for some violence.
Typically is. There was this one time that she wasn't, but it was for like an hour 6 months ago. Otherwise, she's down. So I'm going to say preemptively that she's probably in for it. And if you don't want people killed, I guess I'll shoot them in the legs.
Guys,
from my experiences last night, she's definitely down for violence.
You're just going to look to see if there's another entrance. I don't want you to kill anybody.
Mm-hmm. You're paying us 350 gold pieces each.
Well, I'm not paying you.
We're not just
each. I'm not.
I thought this was each.
No, the 300 is from the Allegiance of Allsight. I'm going out of my pocket to give you each 500 or 50. 50. 300 is from the Allegiance. I'm actually doing a lot more for myself to help you guys.
Still, if it is worth that much money, there's some risk involved. Now,
you know where we are, right? We are in Ancorel. We are in Marquette. It's one of the richest cities in Alexandria.
The tips have been unusually good.
I hate to say it.
Well, listen, if we run into some unexpected trouble and things become more so, we will expect appropriate compensation. But for now, we will find your entrance. We will come back here to tell you. And if you are very lucky, I will punch you in the face neither time that I see you.
I'd really appreciate that. Honestly,
yeah, well,
that's amazing. That's best news all day.
You need to have better days.
I don't.
Yeah, no, I get that vibe from you. So whereabouts roughly is this supposed entrance that we can go and hunt out to then report back?
Well, the rumors say that it is located at the Life Dome, which is it's in the River District. It's kind of the main source of our water, so it's very important to us.
I know how rivers work.
Yeah. It's there's a scholar there, a little gnome fellow who goes by the name Carlisle. He's currently the chief supervisor for the Life Dome. He's a bit of a chatterbox, and just, I mean, I know sometimes people like to say that, like, I'm a chatterbox.
Yeah, I was about to say pot calling a kettle black.
But I mean, really, he's the chatterbox. He talks my brain off every time I see it. He's always saying, like, "Oh, Prolix, go away, and I have all these important things to do." And I'm like, "But I really need to talk to you about a whole bunch of things." And he just, I mean, he's a good guy. He's a straight up good guy. He's a bit of a chatterbox. He always tells me that he's got more important things to do, but I'm telling you, he's a chatterbox.
I've moved from despising you to just kind of feeling bad. You know, I want you to replay this conversation in your head when you go home, and then I want you to ask, is the problem me? Now, thank you for the tip. Thank you for the money that will be coming our way. We will meet you here later. For now, I think we're going to head down and talk to that there little chatterbox, unless anyone else has questions for you.
I will take me a little bit of time to get the 50 each. I have to go home and get it. But I'll give you the 300 up front. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Inappropriate. We will be back for the rest. You better have it.
Sure. Yeah, of course. I'll have it, of course. He's expecting you, though, so I think if you really need to go, he's expecting you. Like, we have told him that you are already going to be there. So you kind of
then let's tally ho. Unless anyone else has any questions for you, I say we get moving along. Seems like we don't. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, has Tatiana come back?
Oh, would you look at the
She walks in. She waves.
And he starts to walk out.
Is it weird that I like him more than I used to?
Yeah.
Very. I just met him and he seems like a kerfuffle.
All I'm saying is I didn't instantly want to shoot him in the face, which is a step up. So let's head down to the world. That what was the name of that place, Kyle? Sorry.
The Life Dome.
The Life Dome. World Life Dome. The Life Dome. Let's head to the Life Dome then and ask to speak to our chatterbox. And hey, you know, it seems like he's a real busy guy. So we'll either have to be real concise, or he's a chatterbox. We might have to charm the man. Between the group of us, I feel like we can pull it off. Shall we?
Before we go, I understand that Saigon is very significant to two of you, and that she may ask you to do things for her. I don't feel it's our place to ask what those might be. I would only ask that you promise to let us know if you are going to move against us, or the party, our safety. Talus, you led us, and she was leading you. And that isn't something that I think any of us signed up for. Can you promise that it won't happen again?
She isn't leading me.
Well, that's not quite an answer, and potentially makes me feel more nervous than I did before you answered altogether. Parrish, what do you need from her to move forward?
Talus, I'm going to trust you, but it does hurt me that you had motives that potentially could have hurt us that you didn't tell us about. All I'm asking is, both of you, let's work through it as a group. We might even be able to align on some things, but moving against us in secret will surely shatter us. That isn't something I want to see.
I don't quite understand where this move against you has come from. I have no intentions of moving against any of you.
But if Saigon asked you to, would you?
No.
Okay.
And you tell us.
It's at this point when Tatiana walks back in.
Oh, look, it's the hostile one.
Oh my goodness, she is going to either stab, bite, or screw you, or potentially all at the same time. She's going to be very angry though.
Hostile. Gee. And here I brought you a snack. And that's when she's gonna slam the burnt croissant in front of him.
That's amazing.
That would be mighty nice of you if I eat food. I might even quit alcohol. It tastes like shit and it's not getting me drunk.
Don't quit, just pass it to me. We'll be a team.
Yeah, don't waste it.
Ari still has not broken his gaze from Talus.
Well, you two are talking about something juicy. I'm just gonna put this armor right here between you and Parrish there, Ari. And, I don't know, rock, paper, scissors for it?
By the way, Lady
Let's see.
Tatiana, we have a job. There might be violence.
Oh, I like violence.
Yeah, gold with potential violence. We signed you up and figured you'd be cool with it.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Now this here armor looks swell. Looks fitting.
Well, it doesn't fit me. Just, one of you can have it.
Well, I mean, I am lithe, but I gotta say, sometimes armor of this sort isn't the most conducive to gunplay, and I like to play with my guns.
It is scale armor, so take with that as well.
It was meant for someone else, and I'm just gonna kind of quick glance at Ortega, but that person's left the party.
Oh shit. Note to self, don't screw with Lady Tatiana. Just don't. It's bad.
I thought maybe one of you very worthy friends of mine deserve to do whatever the fuck you want with it. Burn it for all I care. Melt it, make something else.
I have
no
been
use to it.
considering upgrading. This old thing seems to be falling apart at the seams. Don't worry, the feathers will come with.
Well, as long as you don't lose your accoutrements, I'd say Parrish. It'll look fetching. And
say the
considering
blue
how
color
you
look-
keep a lot of us alive, I would like something to help you stay the same.
Well, not quite sure about the alive part, but Ari, please. I could even make Ortega's armor look good.
It's true. You're right. You can dandy up anything. But still, I want to see you safe. You please take the armor, Parrish.
Gladly. Now, speaking of, everyone got their gear. I think we're off to see a man about some kind of thing.
Let's go
Violence and
to the
gold,
life
that's all I
dome.
hear.
Balance and gold.
I do have to go back to where I was in a couple of days. I'm getting a new toy.
I want to ask, but also really do not want to ask. We'll be back in a few days, assuming we make it back clear. Prolex seems to think that we'll be fine. For now, let's move out. Lady Tatiana, if possible, do not eat anyone en route.
Unless it's consensual.
It's not completely unhinged. I do know how to control myself. And, well, if I want a bite, I'll just ask Talus.
Oh, that's where that scar. Oh, so much makes sense, and I do not want to ask any questions. Let's leave immediately.
Okay. So,
Ortega's gonna stand up and just put his arm around Ari like an old friend as they walk out the door.
nice.
If you remember somebody.
Under his mask, Ari smiles wider than he has in a long time.
I saw that.
Dick.
So, you all head down to the River District. Tatiana, you just come from the, you just did this route, and you get to the center here, and you see it's a glass dome, and it's crowning the source of water in Alcarel. It's the oasis around which the city was built. All the canals in the River District originate from this life dome, and the structure is a center of celebration and a monument to the city's history. You've seen it at night, but you haven't actually been to it at night. But at night, the inside of the dome is magically lit by drifting orbs of blue and green luminescence, painting the nearby area in a display of colored light. You have also been told that this place serves an important agricultural purpose, because the water that fills Onkrill's oasis flows not from a natural source, but from the underground caverns created by the acts of gods. You know, the water level frequently fluctuates, and the water can surge forth or slow to a trickle. It threatens to bring about floods or dry spells, respectively. To counteract this problem, the Life Dome instantly transmutes any water that exceeds the accepted level into vapor and stores it into the seams of the domes. When the water level drops, the stored vapor is transmuted back into liquid and fed into the irrigation canals. And it's here you see Carlisle, the Allegiance of All Sight scholar, a short fellow, and he's kind of standing there waiting patiently, but in an impatient tone. He looks at all of you and he goes, "Oh, hello. You must be the band of brothers, the broken band. Anyways.
One of those is a copyright strike, so
There's a few copyright strikes in there. We are called the Banded Broken, but you can call me Ari. And it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. Honestly, it's not often, it hasn't been a long time since we've had heroes grace us with their presence, wanting to be part of the Allegiance. You do want to be part of the Allegiance, I'm assuming. That's why you're here, that's why you took the job.
Of course.
We have interest, of course we do. We also have interest in gold, and we have interest in benefits, and we have interest in, just so many things. But I believe that we can help each other. Please, continue.
Well, I'm glad that you're willing to help, because I rarely get visitors here.
Yeah. And he turns and he faces the Life Dome, and he holds aloft a thin shard of iridescent glowing quartz. And with a quiet hum, one of the dome's glass panels suddenly comes alight with blue and purple arcane runes, which then flicker and fade, leaving behind an opening.
Well, come on in. I'll give you the tour.
And as you walk inside, the inside of the dome is humid and sweltering. The smell of damp earth kind of hitting one's senses along with the blast of hot air. You see a series of crystal bridges kind of span the oasis's 60-foot diameter lake, and the edges of the dome are lined with vegetation. And does anybody have a passive perception of 17 or higher?
Not I.
No? Okay.
God, I miss Ragbeer. My perception, like my passive perception, was like 19.
I think Leovier's was pretty high too.
I could read people's lips. Like literally. Ragbeer did not need to hear people to know what they said. Ari's dumb.
Well, as you walk around and start to begin to move about inside the dome, Carlisle looks at all of you and goes, do you have any questions after the tour? We don't have a gift shop or anything, but it is what it is, but it's here. This is where our water comes from.
it's quite incredible.
Thank you.
Parrish is just going to take us.
If you had a secret tunnel, where would it be?
Yeah, we might be looking for, we've heard these funny little rumors. We've heard, that there might be secret access tunnels somewhere around here. Now, I'm sure that might just be crazy, but, if you do something about it, man, I would not only make it worth your while, I would write a song about you and play it anywhere you wanted.
Well, as you know, the water, it originates from these flooded caverns below, and these caverns are also where Kale Moral is located. There is rumors that there's an ancient passageway right down in there, and he points to the center of the lake. It connects to Kale Moro. We haven't had a chance to really fully explore it or anything like that, but just from our surveys, we found that the caverns, they go down pretty far.
Now, when you're doing your surveys, sometimes, people see things that don't make their way onto the official report.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, my friend, have you seen something that might tickle the fancy of an explorer like myself? Anything at all? A little interesting, a little dangerous, maybe something you shouldn't have seen?
Well, nothing that I've really seen. I usually do all of my work kind of over on the drier side, and whenever we have expeditions down below, we believe that natural tectonic shifting caused the city to kind of slip beneath the surface. But the fluctuation of the water level of the caverns seems to defy explanation. We don't really know what's going on. It is what it is. And but if you want to go take a look, I can adjust the levels, lower the water myself.
Well, that sounds so very helpful, and I really do appreciate that. I think you should do exactly that. You should lower the water levels. And hey, you know what? If you were really to dig in deep, really think about it, you think of anything else that might be handy for someone like me to know. Is meeting someone like yourself with your awareness, your keen insight, privilege, really, and it's not something that I would ever take for granted.
I don't really know what you're trying to get at. You're talking about clandestine people coming and going? No. Yeah, talking about magical rare items? No, anything that's come up has come to the allegiance of all sight. Nothing, everything's strictly above the book.
Of course, you do strike me like a by the book kind of feller, and it's something I respect about you. Not the only thing, I should say. Now, that said, why don't you get to lake lowering? We'll prepare for a bit of a journey. You know how much we appreciate your help.
Of course. Let me just pull out my crystal.
And he starts looking around, and he realizes.
Sorry, I must have dropped my crystal. It's the fluctuator. I must have dropped it over at the entrance. Just give me a minute to go get it back. It must have disappeared. I don't know where it went. I'll go get it.
And
Can we make sense motive on that?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to do an insight check.
Everyone,
I'll
insight
give
check.
the help action.
Oh, I dropped my thing. Oh, what a goof.
So I rolled a 14, and for perception is a +4, so that's an 18.
21.
Yeah, as you look at him, you realize he's got a sense of panic. Did he actually drop this crystal? Because he's patting himself down. He genuinely really looks like he's missing something. If he had intentions on dropping this, he wouldn't be playing it as much as he is actually looking for this crystal. And as he starts to head towards the entrance, you're all kind of around this lake, and the surface of the lake begins to turn white with foam. Just, and seconds later, a enormous geyser of water just bursts upward and outward, sending you all flying. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh
Hey,
no!
everyone, make sure to have your +4 bonus from my aura.
Yay!
I have a +4 bonus from your aura? Because that might be what saves my ass. I
I'm
rolled
the
a
stealthiest, the stealthiest person in this room right now. I just nat 20'd.
Lady Tatiana is just she's blasting.
I jumped to the
backwards.
ceiling. I'm holding on to the ceiling. That's what I'm doing. I just went, oh no,
Slides back,
up there I go.
Spider-Man's it. Just
So nat 20.
the monster condescendingly.
Right there on the ceiling with you.
You got, wait, 2 nat 20s?
thing. We're besties now.
I did so bad.
Okay, we
I
always
rolled a
have that.
natural 19 plus 2 plus 4 for a 25.
I rolled a 5 plus 3 plus 4 for 12.
Oh my God, you got sub 20? That's so embarrassing.
I know, right? The hell, Ari.
That's
Why don't you pull up a seat at the kids' table? Jeez.
As per freaking usual, Talus is the stealthiest person in the room. With
You're
an
on the floor, aren't you?
astonishing nat 1 on my deck.
Nice.
I was thinking about
You
something
swallowed
else.
way too much water. It's in your mouth.
And then I got a freaking 1 on my D4 for a grand total of 2. My freaking gosh. I had plus 3 from my decks, so 5. Thank you.
so.
This dice is garbage.
For anyone that rolled less than a 15, you take damage. So it is going to be water damage. It's not. I don't know. I mean,
Water damage.
you're getting waterboarded basically. So 7 points of bludgeoning. It's not cold.
Force damage, if you will.
Force. Yeah, let's call it force damage.
Yeah, force damage makes sense. If you've ever fallen into a lake while water skiing, that's force damage.
You're taking a hit. Yeah. But you.
I have skipped over a lake top like a stone while falling water skiing.
You guys,
it hurts and it's force damage.
you guys do end up being swept outside of this dome, and you're propelled down along a 5-foot deep canal by the sudden surge of water. Those of you that passed the saving throw, you're not taking any damage, but you do all find yourself washed ashore, laying down kind of like 20 feet away from the life dome. And you see that Carlisle is there as well. And for those of you that, actually for all of you, I need you all to make a perception check for me, please.
Nat 20.
Yay!
There it is.
I did terrible on that one. That's a 6. I'm too busy looking at Talus coughing up water.
Freaking 2! This dice is garbage too.
Womp womp.
that's
Harris just too busy making sure everyone's okay.
I think as Ari spits water out of his lungs, he looks about and manages to see something.
As you all start to kind of come to your senses and the water kind of washes away, for those of you that got a higher than 15 higher than 17 on your perception check, you do see these footprints in the water kind of start to splash towards you as the water droplets start to form around a body, and you see these what were once invisible stalkers approaching to finish the job. And I believe Talus failed the dex save,
Yeah, hardcore, dude.
which means there is a surprise round, and they're all attacking Talus because she's
I also failed the dex save, but I did get a nat 20 on my perception.
right.
I'm not sure what that means.
It means that you're far enough away, but you noticed it as they're stabbing Talus.
Okay, well, I'm going to take out my guns because stabbing Talus isn't cool with me.
I guess slamming.
Yeah, they got added to the shit list real quick.
Oh, yeah, no, they got the list.
So there's 3 of them. And
Weird thing is, my shit list is not very long because I cross off names when they're dead.
so does an 18 and a natural 20 hit Talus?
I'm gonna go with maybe. I'll have to consult my notes for that.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
It does. So you're going to take
3 points of damage.
a little bit more than that.
I think that 20 might be a crit there, Holmes.
I don't know about that. I don't know if these guys can crit, actually.
I mean, I'm not a DM. I'm not, I can't speak to it.
They very much
It's proficiency.
can. So the first one that's going to hit you is going to do 12,
3,
10,
4 even. I'll take 4.
22 points of damage.
No worries, guys. It's super cool. Okay, for sure.
Totally fine.
And then the next one that hits you is going to do 9 points. And this is all bludgeoning damage. And I need you all to roll initiative for me, please.
Woo! Crap, Talus.
Actually,
Oh, man.
Yes.
I'm going to take that first hit.
Ortega nat 1 for a 3 on his initiative.
You're using a reaction to take that hit? Because this was a surprise round. So.
Yes.
Okay.
But I did make my reflex save. Does that help?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, you can.
Cool.
You can take that hit for Talus.
Just seems to phase through her and hit Parrish.
Dude, buddy, you got it.
Oh, these dice are terrible today.
You know what? I'm getting punished because I'm not rolling my fancy metal gun dice.
True.
I am, Josh is authentically worried about Parrish.
Because I'm half health after that hit?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, no, because you're so sacrificial. The character is, he can't die again. I can't.
Goddamn right he can't. I didn't hear no bell.
Oh, I won't. I didn't hear no bell. God, Parrish, please be okay, bud.
I have no healing spells, so
Same.
Ortega,
I don't stop those. I'm not a fucking nerd.
what was your initiative, Ortega?
it's 3.
3?
I go last.
All right, that's fine.
It's a 3.
That's impressive.
Party has no clerics or any paladins. One with the healing spell. When we die, we're dead.
Paladin. I just don't take cure wounds because it's bad. That's bad.
Neat.
All right. Well,
I just assumed.
First up is Tatiana.
Okay. As a bonus action, I am going to use Crimson Right of the Dawn on my rapier. So I need to take a d6 of damage, necrotic damage.
Actually, hold on. Did you pass your perception check?
No.
So you don't see them. They are invisible to anyone who does not pass that perception check. You can make a perception check at the beginning of your turn to see if you see them, though.
Okay, then.
I just don't know if that's going to change what.
Yeah. I am. Oh, what am I going to do now? Because I can't see them. Obviously Talus has been hurt. I can see that she's been punched in the mouth.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I'm assuming I suspect there's something there, but I'm just I don't know. Damn it. Ready and attack and not do anything. I'm gonna ready and attack until I do see one. If that's
Okay.
That's my choice. There.
All right. Brings us to one of the invisible stalkers, and it is going to also attack Talus. Does a 19 hit?
Leave her alone.
And the other one doesn't hit. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. Which brings us to the next one, which is going to run up to Tatiana, and it's going to attack Tatiana for 17 plus 6. So I'm assuming that's going to hit.
Yeah.
Second attack is only 16. I think that misses.
Yep.
Yeah. So 7 points of bludgeoning damage against you, and
7. Okay.
And you feel the whoosh as you get hit. You didn't see where it came from, but if you make a perception check, you can try to see if you can kind of deduce where it is.
Okay. Sorry, I was just doing my damage. Perception check. Ooh, that's a 19.
You're able to, as you get hit, kind of the water droplets from the river splashes up onto it, and you're able to get a vision of and see it. So you can use your
Okay, so can I try to attack it now? Yeah.
Yep.
I am. 23.
That will hit.
Wing. Literally showing. Oh, 14. That's full damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Anything else because you bonus action with your Crimson Dawn?
Right. Can I attack again? Because I have 2 attacks?
That's you're ready to attack action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweet. 16?
That will hit.
Oh, sweet. That's 7.
Okay. You don't get to do any additional damage with your Crimson Dawn, your Crimson Ray?
I do. Okay, sorry. So let me roll the d6 for damage on no, clear. Stop. Go away. I forgot I had gotten that ready. Oh, of course, I got 6 freaking points of damage.
Yeah.
Damage. Full points. And then yes, where is it? Dealing additional 1d6 damage. Type determined by the chosen right. So it's a d6 of radiant. And if I hit an undead creature, then I get an additional d6. Are they undead?
They are not.
No, I didn't think so. Okay, so just 1d6 of radiant damage. Do I get to roll that for each hit?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay, so 1. I should have rolled 2. Sorry. So 9 points radiant damage.
Beauty. All right. Brings us to Talus, who has just been completely winded by 2 of these winds.
That's dope.
Talus, you can make a perception check because you have no idea what's going on, but you know something's hitting you.
I will do that. Perception check. Freaking 21.
You're able to see all of the ones that have hit you. All of them
Awesome.
have hit you. You're finally
Just like,
whoa, you're dizzy and you're looking around. You're like, oh crap, there's things here.
oh my god. Okay. And then I'm just gonna, fucking hit it. I would love to hit this guy right in front of me. Just like take a swing.
Sure.
Now, actually, I take it back. I'm gonna hit this one next to Tatiana.
Alrighty.
And be patient with me because I've never. Can I do sneak attack?
It is engaged. Yep.
Okay.
Kill it in the face.
With that, I'm gonna hit it with my okay. That is a 7 to hit because my dice hate me.
7 is not going to hit.
Okay, but because it's my packed weapon, I'm gonna attack again. Okay, there's a 22 hit.
That will hit.
Okay, amazing. Oh, I was using the wrong numbers. Does an 11 hit by any chance?
No, an 11 does not
Okay,
hit.
garbage first attack anyways. So the second one is actually 26 to hit. So 26 to hit, d6 slashing damage. I haven't done this in so long. And then an extra d6. Nothing. Amazing. So that's 4, 5, 8 points of damage. 8 points of damage.
And is that just straight slashing? It's not magical?
Great slashing.
All right.
Which I assume will work on whatever these are.
Yeah, totally.
Amazing.
Slicing air always works.
I think it'll work, dude.
And is that and are you sneak attack? Like that is, you're holding extra?
I was including the sneak attack. Yes, correct. Thank you.
No.
I got to roll a 1 and a 2. Thank you.
You gotta get
That
different
is
dice.
My whole turn.
What was your bonus action?
The bonus action. Oh, I didn't do a bonus action. I forgot that the packed weapon is a second attack. Okay, in that case,
What's your dice?
I should wash my dice mostly. You know, I don't really have anything to do. I will. Man, I don't have anything good. Okay, fine. I'll make another attack.
I feel like that's good, though.
15 plus 8, 23 to hit for 6 damage. Plus 1, 7 more damage. Was this worth it? Probably.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Okay. And that
I love how Talus is like bored while actively killing things.
brings us the last of these invisible stalkers, which is the one that's in front of Talus. It's going to swing at Talus again. 17 to hit for the first attack and a natural 1 on the second.
Okay, you guys are never going to believe this. Only one of those is a hit.
You know what? Let's see what it does on the fumble though. Let's see, because I mean it fumbled. Let's give it a roll. I don't get to roll fumbles much.
It just kills me instantly.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, 29. Well, this is interesting. It's supposed to fall prone, but it's immune to prone.
Awesome.
Good to know. Changes my strategy, Smidge.
But it gives that away. So I guess that's kind of a disadvantage to you. A disadvantage to itself is that it's like whoa, and it looks like it's supposed to fall, but then it just kind of straightens right back up, and that's why it's able to make that a second hit, which is 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Brings us to Ari.
Yikes. All right. I have a question.
Yep. Did you pass that save?
It did.
Okay. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, no. No, that's right. Yeah, no, I got a nat 20 on my perception check there.
Yeah.
But I did take a hit afterwards. So I have a question then. Is there like water around our feet? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, it's kind of like residual water that's kind of like receded back into the river. But you're like,
if I were, yeah, okay, so it's slushy.
Yeah, it's.
If I were to thaumaturgy directly into the ground with the loudest noise I can, which I can make pretty damned loud, could I make the water blast on to them and have them be seen by others?
Normally that would be a control water.
Well, I mean, control water is removing a big old group of it. I just need droplets to land on the thing, or reverberations on the surface of the water to show where their feet are. If I thaumaturgy it real loud, like a bass, like a big old bass speaker around the water, it's gonna vibrate. What do you think? It's a DM ruling. I've got other options.
I'm thinking about it. Make a survival check.
Get your bone.
Okay.
Make a survival.
This is my bonus action
or nature.
That I'm doing.
Get your bone.
By the way.
Nature or survival.
Nature or survival. Okay.
Get that bone, Ari.
Survival it is. I nat 20 that. That's crazy.
Woo!
So you feel like there's enough liquid just on the ground that if you did do that, it could at least give the next attack on one creature advantage because they can see it.
Perfect. Great. I love it. That's what I do then with my bonus action, launching that into the ground, into the slushy water, creating enough fluctuation where the next person to hit him can hit him. I don't know if they have dicks, but if they do, in the dick.
They have.
Outside of that, I'm going to move because I can see them. I've rolled that second nat 20 of the game. I'm really happy. I'm gonna move Ari to this position here, and I am going to piercing shot to try and attack both opponents, or like both enemies, by shooting through one into the other. Second attack is a disadvantage, I believe, is how that works.
I would say that the first attack is at disadvantage because you're shooting at, are you able to shoot within melee range?
I can, yeah.
Okay, so
it's one of my bonuses for my my feet.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. All right.
So yeah, no, I can shoot you accurately when you're standing next to me. That said, attack roll for the first one is a 2. And attack roll for the second one is a 16, but it's a disadvantage, and a 12. So the first one, which was a 2, is a +8 for a 10 to hit. And then the through shot is, that's a 12 with a +8 for a dirty 20 to hit.
Which one did you want to do thaumaturgy on?
I would like to thaumaturgy, because I did thaumaturgy before I moved. I would like to do thaumaturgy, like if I'm just moving Ari for a moment here. If I was here, like I launched it here with the idea that I'm trying to expose anything that's hurting Talus. I want to make sure that people can see that. So I guess whichever one attacked her last that I can see is what I would like to identify.
That would have been the last. That would have been the one that's right in front of Talus. So that would have nullified your disadvantage.
Not sure I understand. I'm sorry.
So it was the next attack against that creature had advantage, right? And you just shot a piercing through one to hit that one.
Oh, cool. I mean, I think it still hits. It was still like a dirty 20, even with disadvantage. So I think it still hits him.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, you didn't have to worry about the disadvantage on that.
Oh, neat. Right on. Well, I shot him in the face.
You shot both. Yeah.
Or 10 on my D12. I haven't shot somebody in a while. I'm sorry. 12 plus 3. So that's 13 points of piercing damage to his face or dick.
Okay. And that's
It's a through shot. I mean, I can't be that careful with it. Just hoping, really.
And that's the end of your turn.
And I think that's my...
You should have a second attack.
It's my turn.
You know?
Oh, that's right. I do have a second attack. I keep forgetting I have a second attack. Forgot that.
Gotcha.
Second attack. Another piercing shot. I'm going to try and shoot them both again.
Okay.
15 with a +8 for 23 to hit. First one, and then the second one is an 18 +8 to hit. So I'm going to assume that hits as well, though that would also be a disadvantage for a 2. So that misses.
Yeah, that one.
The first one hits. Yep, the first one will hit with 7 + 3 for 10 points of additional piercing damage.
Perfect. All right. Ending your turn brings us to Parrish.
All right, what do you need for me to see these foes?
17 or higher on your perception.
Okay. Nope. So I'm going to take a step up, and people are attacking here. I'm going to blindly attack there.
Okay.
With the old disadvantage. Okay, cool. So the vines are kind of going to shoot out of my hands as I figure out how I'm just going to roll. Sorry, toggling disadvantage. And it was more complicated than I thought. Well, the nat 20 probably doesn't work, but the 25 will.
25 will hit. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell. And all of the vines in Parrish's body just begin radiating light as I Shining Smite.
Nice.
So the first hit is going to be 16, which will be magical.
Yep.
And the second attack, sorry, I tried to link Shining Smite in the chat, which I'll do now. It is no longer invisible, or it does, oh, go away. It no longer gets the benefit of invisibility.
Oh,
nice.
Perfect.
There we go. And I'm going to take a second attack, if that's all cool.
It's all cool.
You're very welcome to kill it. I think it's great.
And this time I have advantage because I am, it needs to make a save for grapple.
Okay.
The vines begin wrapping around him.
Nope, it's fine.
Cool.
It is air.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
We're rolling so hot tonight. Oh, I wish I got to smite on that one. Oh well. Cool. Well, that's gonna be another 12 damage magic. My damage values are all screwed up.
that's okay. Just you tell me the right number and then that's fine.
Cool. Another 14, and I'm gonna bonus action attack it again.
All right.
20 to hit.
That'll hit.
I reroll because of unarmed fighter, and that'll be 9 damage.
All right.
I love watching Parrish fight. This is just Josh talking. It's so cool.
And I'm going to step forward here and move it into this square because I don't lose any movement while grappled.
Oh, it's not grappled.
Oh, it's not. Oh, well, it should probably make another save because I did attack it again.
Okay, ready? I'm gonna roll the dice. Oh, it's fine.
But it's magic.
It's wind. It's air.
It's immune to that condition. It's immune to that condition.
Yeah.
All right then. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Brings us to wait, no, Ortega, you're up. So you can see one.
I can see one. How is everyone looking?
Fine.
Who's taking lots of damage?
No, one. Maybe
No, what?
Tatiana.
I thought Talus got hit a bunch.
Yeah, Talus is taking a. Talus is taking some
I'm
damage.
half health. Oh, but you guys, I'm fine now.
You're fine. You're fine. You're all fine.
I'm fine.
Like, Talus is looking okay, or is she not looking okay?
Alice is fine.
But on a scale of like full health to not a lot of health.
On a scale, I couldn't come up with a percentage or a number, probably. It's fine.
She's probably about at around 50%, give or take.
Lower.
Lower. All right.
That's helpful.
Fine.
So, as Ortega starts walking over to Talus, he's going to raise a hand, his left hand at the one he can see, and Saigon's unholy symbol on his palm is going to glow a fiery red and then dip. And Ortega can see it, and for flavor, I'm going to say Talus can see it, just due to her affiliation with Saigon, is that where the stalker's forehead would be, a glowing symbol of Saigon's symbol is on its forehead. So I think I just get to see it. Like I can see the symbol. I can't see it, but I can see the symbol.
Well, the one that you can see one of them.
Yeah, if it goes invisible though, I can still see my seal on it.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
But it doesn't negate the invisibility or anything. I just can see it. And then I'm going to finish walking over to Talus, and he's just going to look down at her and say, "She loves you too." And he's going to put a hand on her forehead, and the symbol will glow on her forehead. Technically, you could resist this. If you want to make a Constitution save, you can, or you can just choose to fail.
I choose to fail. Thanks.
Excellent. I am going to bump all four. Nope, I'm going to do 3 of my. What's it called? Where'd it go? I just had it. Open up that one. There it is. My Infernal Conduit dice. So I'm going to use 3 of them.
what are those, Ortega?
So my Infernal Conduit dice allow me to either invigorate someone by taking my own life force and giving it to them, or I can devour them and take their life force and put it into me. But I'm going to invigorate Talus, and I'm going to pull 3 of those. She is going to get 19 hit points back.
Let's go. And I'm not dead, which is fun. Love that for me. Thank you.
And I will lose 9 hit points. And that is my action and bonus action.
All right. Brings us to the top of the round. Tatiana, you are up. You can see one. It's glowing with bright light. It's the one that's right in front of you. And you can sort of see the others, but the bright light is kind of diminishing anything you can see beyond.
I'm going to hit the same one that's right in front of me that, I can see the best.
Yeah.
Because that makes sense.
And you have advantage on it.
Okay. Wonderful. I love advantage. 24.
That'll hit.
There is... Oh, look at that. And then I roll my radiant damage. Down. There we go. And then I'm gonna hit it again.
It went down the first time, so.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna hit the next one.
But just for flavor here, because I put a seal on it. As Tatiana kills it, its head explodes in black and red flames from where Ortega put his seal that nobody else could see. But Ortega knows that he made his head blow off after it died.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So then will you allow me
Oh, wait,
to...
no.
Keep blowing up
Sorry,
creatures'
that's
heads.
not true. That's not true. That doesn't happen. I'm sorry. I can do something else with it.
So it's still dead though.
Yeah, it's still dead. I just forgot that I have the ability to move it later. So
Okay.
Well, then I'm going to step forward and use the next roll on the one that's in front of Talus.
Okay, so this one you know that it's kind of in that area, but you're not 100% certain on this one.
So disadvantage?
This attack would have disadvantage, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I will roll again then. There. Oh, look at that. Does 16 hit? Because that was my lower roll.
16 hits.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to hit that one. And do my radiant damage with that as well. My job is being difficult. There we go. Here we go. And 5 points of radiant. There you go.
Okay.
And that is all.
And that is all. Brings us to the one that is in front of Talus. Shouldn't be. No, it's the one below Talus. That's what I thought. It's going to... They don't really have any major thing. Throughout this whole entire time, though, you've noticed that they haven't even bothered paying any mind to Carlisle. But they are going to attack Talus.
before Talus goes, Talus, you only actually got 9 HP. I take 18 damage to give you that 9 HP.
Okay. That seems crazy, but okay.
Crazy. I like it, man.
I read it much differently.
So the first attack was 18 plus 6. I'm assuming that hits, and the next one was a 12 to hit total. So I don't think the second one hits.
No, it does not.
And only 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Which brings us to Talus. Yay, you're up.
Yay. Can I use my reaction to Hellish Rebuke it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fricky.
I'm totally wrong. You get 18 HP and I take 18 damage.
This has
Holy
changed
crap.
way too many times.
I'm sorry. I did just reading the whole blurb word for word now because I'm so confused. It's because she can make a save to negate getting healed. So if she saves, she takes half as much, but because she chose to fail, she gets the full benefit.
Because it's meant to be used as an attack and you're using it in a sneaky way.
Well, I'm using it to heal you. I just...
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to make a DC 16 dex save, which I assume they must be terrible at because they're wind. What the fuck?
Is this a
so
spell?
bad.
Is this a spell?
Yeah.
They failed.
Oh, how exciting. Okay, well, it takes 9 damage. 9 fire damage.
Oh yeah, this is yeah. Okay.
Which is pretty much just about as bad as I could have rolled, but that's fine. And then I guess I'm gonna have to hit it with something that isn't an axe, I guess, because wind. I am going to... And sorry, the one that I just did Hellish Rebuke on is the one below me.
Yes, that's correct.
And the one to my left, has that one been engaged with at all?
Only with you.
Only with me. Okay.
Oh, no,
Well-
actually, it hasn't attacked Tatiana yet, but Tatiana's attacked it.
Okay. In that case, I will attack that one with Toll the Dead. So it has to make a wisdom save.
14.
That is a failure. And because it's missing hit points, I assume it does extra damage. Gorgeous. Rolling terribly. Okay, that's 7. Do I get sneak attack on spell attacks, or is that only on weapon attacks?
No.
Only weapon attacks, yeah.
Only weapon attacks. I should write that down. Okay. In that case, I will second wind as my bonus action.
Okay, okie dokie. Brings us to the one that is in front of Talus. And it's going to not attack Talus. It's going to shift over and attack Tatiana. So dirty 20 to hit and 18 to hit.
try, so goes to you.
Yeah.
Bring it.
So the first one was max damage, so 15.
I'll take that.
Okay. He takes it. He takes 15 damage.
So none for me?
None for you so far. But the second
Perish.
attack is 11, and that ends its turn. Ari, you're up.
I am going to continue to shoot them real bad. I'm going to move here. I can't through shot from this position, can I?
No, you'd be shooting Talus,
I don't
You
want to
can shoot
shoot
me.
Talus.
You can shoot me, it's fine.
and then you might be shooting
Okay.
the other guy, Carlisle.
Yeah, no, I'm a hard pass on that, but I am gonna kill this one that's taking it out of Lady Tatiana. So yeah, I will shoot it in the face.
Well, there's a couple people
That's
before me.
17 plus 8 to hit, which I think hits. And then I'm gonna do my extra attack at the same time. That fell.
I'll be right back, guys.
14 plus 8 for a math. I think it hits. So that's cool. And then with my plus 12, or sorry, my 12, my D12 rather, that's 9 plus 3 for a dirty 12 of piercing damage, and a 10 plus 3 for 13 of piercing damage. Is it dead? If it's not, I'm gonna action surge.
Hey!
If it's not dead after I shot it twice, then I'm going to action surge it. And here we go.
You gotta remember, you're shooting,
11 plus.
you're shooting air. So you are noticing that.
So is it
your bullet
damaging it?
surges.
Like, is it damaging it at all?
It's doing something, but it's not doing as much as you think. You feel like you're wasting bullets on this thing, but yeah.
Then I'm not going to use my action surge on that. Then shoot, I wish I'd known that because I would have done something different for my other attack. But that's okay. I will use my bonus action to bardically inspire Lady Tatiana with just a little brief vocal note of "You know you deserve better," and looks her in the eye as he sings it to her, and she receives bardic inspiration. And damn, I guess that's it for me. Unless, no, do you know what? If I know that I can't hurt it with these guns, I don't think I have something good to. No, I don't want to blow my action surge on it. If it's not even going to work, I will wait. And that's my turn. Thank you.
Okay. Brings us to Parrish.
Okay. I'm going to take out the Entwood staff. I'm going to cast Divine Favor.
Okay.
And I'm going to smack him. I don't think I should have had advantage, but I think a 21 hits.
Yes, 21 hits.
Okay, that'll be a total of 10 damage, which is radiant and magic.
Okay, and that's, I'm assuming, the bottom one.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm also rolling Divine Favor.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a second attack. Turn off my advantage unless I have it for some reason, because Kyle's a sweet, gentle DM.
So true.
Yeah, normally I am, but no, unfortunately, there's no advantage.
12 to hit.
12 will not hit.
It's big sad.
Womp womp.
That's my turn.
All right, Ortega is up.
Can I see any of the babies?
No, because the one that you lit up is no longer lit up.
It's no longer with me.
Yeah,
Do I get to do a perception check?
absolutely do. Yeah.
Let's hope that I do good with that. Well, probably not. 9.
You do not see any of them. You kind of know the location of where they've been smacking. So your attacks would be with disadvantage if you are making an attack. But
The paladin is well hurt.
yeah, he's taking some hits from other hits that weren't from him.
I think I will walk over to Parrish, however far away he is from me.
He's about 5 feet from you.
Oh. I had big plans, but I can't see any of them. I had a whole turn planned out because I want to show off some of my stuff. Yeah, I don't even think I'm going to do that. So I am going to hold my action.
Okay, until you see one, basically.
Yes, because it's going to be a real big action if I see one.
Alrighty. Brings us to Tatiana.
I'm gonna hit the one that's in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
La, la, la. Ooh, that was awful. I may have not won on that.
And you technically have disadvantage because you can't technically see it. So roll a D100.
I don't think I can get lower than on that one.
No, I mean, you can certainly try.
That one.
So that is 47.
Ooh, you have disadvantage on your next roll attack. Next attack.
Okay.
Fortunately, you
Which is gonna
already
happen
did.
now.
You already do. You have double disadvantage. You take the lowest roll and the highest roll, and you roll it again and take the lowest of all three.
And then you use a luck point
Is that actually
and
a
get
thing?
super advantage.
No.
Inaccuracy.
Oh,
No, it's not a thing. Elven accuracy is the closest to it. but-
whatever. Okay. All right. Well, okay. I'm gonna roll again. I'll roll twice. I'll take disadvantage. Oh, that one's so good.
That would have been nice.
That would have been nice. You've got to be fucking kidding me. No. You know what? No, that's not happening. No, just wait. Just you wait. No, stop. Stop right there. Because you know what I'm going to do? That roll's not happening.
Oh,
I'm going to use a cruelty dice.
okay.
I think I can. Oh no, it's damage.
Oh.
No, I don't think it's a hit dice. I don't think it's a hit dice. Okay, when you deal damage. Yeah, when I deal damage. Damn it.
Is that our first 1 in 400 chance?
Yeah. Oh,
The
maybe
double crit
not.
fail?
The double crit fail, maybe. Yeah. You know what to do. Roll your D100.
No, I don't. Oh yeah. Okay. 70.
Okay. So you go to, stabby, and it actually sends you through the target, which allows it to use its reaction to make an attack against you with advantage. And that'll be 22 to hit.
Gross.
And that is 14. So you have 14 points of damage.
14. Oh, that's the wrong keyboard. I have too many keyboards in front of
Just
me.
for fun, I'm gonna take that too.
God.
Lee.
I'm dead.
Lee.
Lee, no.
This is not born out of kindness or love. This is efficiency. I only had 12 HP. Boom.
Okay.
That's 2 HP savings.
He saved 2. Yeah. Okay. Parrish goes down just randomly as you lunge past, and as you turn around and you see this thing swamp you. It's just, and Parrish just falls flat down. Tatiana, that was your action. Are you gonna use anything bonus action? Is there anything you can do? No.
I don't know. I don't think so. I might be able to do something
Okay.
kind of twisted. It's a reaction technically, and it's, how far away would you say Parrish is?
He's
Is
about.
he less than 30 feet?
Oh, he's only like 15 feet away. Not. Yeah.
So, as a reaction, can I do Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet on Parrish?
Absolutely.
We're gonna have to talk.
Absolutely can.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What is
I'm
Blood
sorry.
Curse of the Fallen Puppet?
I'm gonna use Parrish's body to hit a creature of my choice within its range.
Are you animating his dead body to fight for you?
Yeah. He just.
Yeah,
As a bonus action?
reaction.
Sorry.
I do it with love.
Reaction.
Do it with
Is
love.
that a normal roll from me?
I can amplify the curse, giving you a +3, I think it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
+3 to
So
roll, and he can.
+3 to the attack roll.
And you.
And you can move half your movement. So, whichever your little corpsey body wants to hit, go for it.
Well, you make that choice, Tatiana.
Oh, okay. Which ones are we aware of? One below?
There's, that there is one below there, and it is one that Parrish has been attacking. He technically, you can move him to the one that that is there, and you can have him attack that one.
Sure.
Could she move me into a flank?
If she moves you to here, you would be flanking with Tatiana, and that would be that.
Sure.
Can she move him, or is it just an attack to one in range?
Oh no, he's got like half his movement speed. He can move up to half his
Okay.
speed.
No, I missed that part. I was just...
Yep. So yeah.
Where do I take damage?
Go ahead.
I don't see how many points of damage I take.
Roll a d6.
A d6? Okay.
Yeah, and then Parrish, you roll into hit.
24.
Yeah, that'll hit, and that's with +3 as well.
Oh yeah, 27 to hit. And quick question: am I considered unconscious yet?
You are. So basically, what happens is you dropped to 0 hit points, and as you dropped, Tatiana instilled her curse on you. So all of a sudden, like you went limp, and as you were falling, all of a sudden you were like. And you started like lunging towards, like almost like a zombie, but you were being controlled by Tatiana.
All right, 10 magic damage.
All right.
To be kind.
And now you do.
Sorry, 11. It's a magic weapon. Forgot about that.
All right. And now you just drop down. Just.
Sorry. Was my concentration broken before the attack?
You technically went to 0. Like you go to
That's
0,
fine.
and then it happens.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that ends not my turn. So
That ends my turn.
All right. Which
Does that make any of them visible yet?
not for.
Oh,
not,
sorry. I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Am I allowed to smite on that?
It would be smites are considered spells now, aren't they?
They are?
So no, this has to be specifically a weapon attack.
Okay, but smite is instantaneous. It's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Blech.
Yeah. I tried. But rules are rules.
I got it.
Does that make any visible? No. You still can't see them, unfortunately. You have an idea that there are ones right there, but you just can't see. Which brings us to the one that's below.
Is Parrish next to me?
No, he's no longer next to you.
Okay.
It's going to. Yeah, it's going to sidestep Talus, and it's going to attack the downed Ari, or the downed Parrish, which it has. I think it just rolls to hit, and then it's an auto crit, isn't it? Is that how we do it?
Nope, it's just an auto crit. I take 2 death saves.
2 death saves.
It still has to hit you. It just has advantage because you're prone.
Oh, he
Still
doesn't
has
have
to
to
hit you,
roll.
though.
He doesn't have to roll for it.
I don't
I'm
think it
pretty sure
does.
they still roll. I don't know if the 2024 rules changed that,
Let's look it up.
but 2014 rules were.
It has to roll. I will silvery barbs it and give it disadvantage.
I'm pretty sure.
Which means it's a straight roll.
You're right. They have advantage, and any attack critical hits.
Yeah, which is that.
Which is
It's within 5 feet.
Yeah, it's with 2 death saves if it hits.
All right, that's what I thought. Which is interesting because we did it that way with the Parrish one shot, and that's why Lee's character in the one shot died. I knew that something wasn't right about that. There was something fishy about that. I knew there was something right, but I was like, whatever. It's a story. We don't really care about these characters, so it doesn't matter. But Parrish,
Built him to die.
you are.
Our one-shotters die pretty hard.
Yeah, it's fine. So the attack against it, against Parrish, the 2 attacks.
Josh did silvery barb, so it'd just be a
Silvery
straight roll.
barbs.
It's just a straight roll.
Yeah,
Straight
because
roll.
disadvantage and advantage.
I thought the silver barbs.
That's not how that works.
Yeah, silver barbs.
No?
It's after the attack roll is already made, you force a reroll and take the worst.
Okay.
Isn't that the same as a
It's
disadvantage?
kind of.
I guess it's worded differently.
I mean, spell it out as you will. I just don't want Parrish to die and want to use silvery barbs to help. If it doesn't help, sorry, man. Damn.
Here we go.
But if it does help, how did you pass?
with the advantage on the hit, it rolled 17 plus something. You're gonna silvery barbs me now. Okay.
Yes, I am.
So I will re-roll that dice, and I take the highest roll, which was an 8. So I do not hit. But he does have a second attack. And you can only do that.
Hold on, though. I do get to give advantage to another creature on the next attack roll. I'm giving it to myself.
Yeah, why not? I will say this, Ortega, you have finally seen something come into your 5 feet. You've now been able to detect something with it.
Excellent.
Hey,
I am
by the
going
way-
to activate my action.
But I am going to roll. I'm going to finish this guy's attack first.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is it will hit Parrish for it was a natural 20 anyways.
Oh god.
But it still doesn't count. It's just a crit, so it's 2 deaths.
By the way, Ari can give me advantage on my next death save with the silver
then I'm
barb,
doing
if you
that. I'm
choose.
doing that. That's what it is then. Yeah, you have advantage on your next death saving throw.
There we go.
Oh my god. Wait, if he'd hit you twice, you would be dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Ortega is going to activate his action.
Okay.
Is it your turn? I thought it was my turn.
No, this is my held action.
Yeah, he held.
Oh, nice. Right on. Sorry, Holmes. Go ahead.
But I'm going to invoke Hell, which is my channel divinity. Which means that I'm going to use the spell blade option, which means that I can attack once and cast a spell once with this action.
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do is swing my axe at its head.
Of course.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Excellent. That is going to be 15 points of damage.
Is that basic or is that magic?
Unfortunately, I don't have a magic weapon.
Okay.
You wouldn't let me have a magic weapon.
No.
And then as a spell, you said it's within 5 feet of me, didn't you?
Yep.
Damn. I will use Hell's Lash at 2nd level.
Okay.
So Hell's Lash, we should call it Saigon Slash. You lash a whip of crimson energy at a creature you can see within range, creating a conduit between you and the target. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 6d4 fire damage.
I'm going to say it fails. What is the save it's going to make?
A con save.
Yeah, but what's the total amount?
Just a second here. I'm gonna roll the dice. Spell save is 15.
Oh, yeah, it fails.
Okay. So it takes 14 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And if it is resistant, it is no longer resistant, as I have the elemental adept feat for fire.
It was not resistant.
Excellent. But that conduit remains in place, and at the start of its next turn, it will take more damage.
Okay. Brings us to Talus.
Okay, now. Should pay more attention to what's on my character sheet. Crazy stuff on here. Okay. What can I do to stabilize Parrish?
You can make a medicine check.
I would love to do that. Which, guys, I'm probably so good at. Ooh, guys, that was a nat 20. OMG.
It's treated as if
It's treated as a 1. You gave him 1 hit point.
Just doing CPR.
we love that.
Fuck yeah. Let's freaking go.
If there was a time for you to get a nat 20, it was that time, because
was
the next
today.
turn they were going to attack him again. Kill him.
Hell yeah. Parrish, get the fuck up. Come on, let's freaking go.
Okay. That was your full action to do so, but you still have
100%. That's fair.
Worth it.
In that case, what can I do with a bonus action? I don't know. Nothing fun. Actually, I'll oh, are they still invisible?
No.
Technically?
You can see them.
They're okay. So does it count as a visible creature?
It is a visible creature to you.
Okay. In that case, I am going to Hexblade's Curse one of them. The one next to Tatiana.
Okay.
So that it will heal me if it dies. That's
When it dies, not if.
when it dies. So true. That's going to be my whole turn.
Talus, you are a sight for sore eyes.
Oh, I know, Parrish. I always am.
Which brings us to the other elemental, the one that's in front of Tatiana.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Kyle, I'm prone.
Something went right through it. It did not see what hit it from behind. It just thinks it was all part of the same thing. It is going to turn and face Tatiana and try to smack Tatiana. And that will be a math 15. Doesn't hit, right?
No, does not.
And 16.
No, does not.
All right. That ends its turn. Ari, you're up.
So Parrish is up now. He's alive.
He's prone with 1.
Prone with 1. Then I'm going to keep a hold of my healing word and use it to pop him back up if I need to. In the meantime, you shoot it in the face. This one, that's after... Which one's attacking Parrish?
The one below, the one beside Talus, took its swing at Parrish.
Okay, great. Then I'm going to head over here so I don't shoot anybody else by accident. I am
leaving melee range opportunity attack with the one in the middle there. And it did just have its turn, so it would be able to hit you if you run away, just so you know.
I can pop Parrish back up if I need to. I'll kill the one next to me. I will shoot it in the face if I can find its face.
You can look for it.
That is a 9 plus 8 for 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, and for a second attack, that is a 10 plus 8 for an 18 to hit. And I will use, pardon me just a quick moment here. Which one am I using? Shoot, which one? Sorry, have a moment here, I apologize. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make those violent shots, which lets me, it's a +2 to the misfire score, but they didn't misfire. The attack hits, I can roll 1 additional weapon damage die per grit point spent. I'm gonna spend 2 grit points. And I'm going to hit this thing with 3 die worth of damage plus 3. That's a 12 plus a 9 or 21 plus a 3, 24 plus 3 or 27 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And it's still up, because this thing, it's just not hurting it very much. That's still the vibe I'm getting?
Yeah, they're still up, and it's still doing well with the violent shot. That may actually make the bullet magical, so you might do half damage on the regular shot, and then the additional damage dice is full damage.
The additional damage dice were the last 2, which was the 10 and the 3.
Okay, so
13 points full damage, 12 halved for 6 with the plus 3. Do with it what you will. And if that's the case, sorry, thinking back, Ortega did a fire-oriented attack and it still did damage, right?
Yes, yep.
And I'm gonna firebolt this thing in the face. It's a +5 to hit. That's an 11 for a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's 2d10 fire damage. 5, 7 for 12 points of fire damage.
Alrighty. That seems to do a lot more damage than those bullets have ever done.
Good to know.
And is that ending your turn?
I think it is. I do have a question. If something's a bonus action, I guess I can't do. It's not like I can do 2 of them. If I were to do an action surge, still only get 1 bonus action, right?
You get 1 bonus action, but you still get your 2 attack actions.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know. Thanks.
No problem. Ending your turn. Big strong Parrish, you're up.
I'm still standing. I'm gonna get back to my feet. And that's gonna be 2 attacks on... Oh, let's be logical. 2 attacks on this guy, I think.
Okay.
No, 2 attacks on this guy. Oh, I should probably make a perception to see if I can see him again, right?
Yeah, that would make sense because he's you. Yeah, yeah, that
14?
makes sense. You 14 plus anything or 14 total?
14. Oh, I have advantage.
Technically, yeah.
There. Gonna use it on the attack.
Get better dice.
They've given me many nat 20s tonight. I'm not gonna insult them right now.
I mean, you kind of have an idea, you know, you think maybe they're still there.
I'm gonna do a big old swing, just tree chop down, hope I connect with some wind.
All right.
That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool. That's gonna be another Shining Smite, I think.
So you can see it, absolutely.
Okay, and damage is 1d8 plus 2d6. So that's going to be 18 damage, magical radiant.
There we go. And it's no longer invisible, so everyone can see it.
Excellent. I'm gonna take my second attack at it.
All right. Hey, you have advantage.
Do I?
Shining Smite. Oh, yeah. Doesn't Shining Smite say
Makes it. Let me relink it.
attack rolls against it have advantage, and it can't benefit from the invisible condition?
Oh, fuck yeah.
You linked it.
Didn't read it, clearly.
Doesn't matter. I can't see it, and that's what matters. 23 will hit.
All right. That'll be another 11 damage.
And it goes down.
And I'm going to bonus action lay on hands myself for, let's call it 23 HP.
All right. And that ends.
As I get up and lay my hand on my chest and the wounds close up and I say, I'm still standing.
That was a close call. Ortega, you are up.
And the one I could see is now down, isn't it?
The one that you can see is down, but the one in front of you, with the one that's within 5 feet, you can still feel the wind breeze.
Okay, so I can hit.
You can hit it, but it is going to be with disadvantage.
I hope that's not what I want, Kyle.
You could never see it. You just had an idea that it was there. Actually, wait, no, sorry. You have a con.
Is the one I'm connected to?
You're connected to it, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can see it. Yeah.
Excellent. It hasn't taken its turn yet?
No.
Okay.
Well, I guess technically it did. It's
between when I got it?
Yeah.
Just because it would take 2d4 fire damage, that's all. On it, like at the beginning of its turn, it takes that damage. I just didn't know which one you were talking.
I'm trying to think of turn order here. No, it hasn't taken its turn yet. Because that depends. Yeah. Oh no, we're good.
Okay. Well then. Bonus action, moving the seal that was on the original one I put a seal on is now on this one.
Perfect.
And then I am going to smack it. But one of my attacks is going to have the cantrip Vengeful Blade attached to it.
Okay. What does that do?
Depends if I hit him or not. So... Oh, baby, critical hit.
Very nice.
So, first off, it's going to take... Oh, I'm going to re-roll that because I get to re-roll the one with my Savage Attacker feat. So, 12 plus 11 is 23 plus 4 is 27 points of damage.
Okay.
Non-magical. And the Vengeful Blade part of it is that it radiates a dark aura of energy until the start of my next turn. If the target makes an attack or casts a spell before then, it's going to take 2d8 necrotic damage. Second attack is a 19 plus 7 for 26 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
For 14 more points of damage. And I'm going to burn my seal for an additional 2d6 fire damage, which is 6.
Wow. All right. Ending your turn?
That ends my turn.
All right. Tatiana, you are up. This one you can't...
It has a lash, like a leash around it.
Okay.
It's like a crimson leash, so like, because it's connected to me. I don't know if that helps them or not to negate the disadvantage.
I would say it'll negate the disadvantage. I mean, you can see a giant shadowy tendril rope wrapped around air. Right? I mean, it's not grappled. It's just not a grappled.
No, it's
It
not
gives me a
grappled.
target.
It gives you a target. I'll allow it.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Well, then I am gonna walk up and just kind of slide between Ari and Parrish. Excuse me, darlings. And I'm gonna take a whack at it.
Take a whack. Thwop.
15?
15 hits.
Woohoo! Alright, 1. Where'd my mouse go? Plus a d6. 2 to 12 plus 2 radiant damage. And I'm gonna hit it again.
Okay.
For a dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Make another d6. 7 plus another 2 points of radiant. Ta-da!
And that's all you're doing?
And that's all I can do.
All right. Brings it to its turn. It is going to... Yeah, it's going to... It's got so many people to choose from here. Tatiana was the last one to hit it. It's gonna try to hit Tatiana.
Bring it.
Yeah. And whatever it's trying to do, it's making an attack. The first one is a 12 to hit.
No.
Is it getting something from the necrotic? Ortega?
Radiant?
Oh, yeah, if it's attacking, then let me roll those 2d8s. 10 points of necrotic damage.
It doesn't really have a brain, so it's going to attack again. Does it take any more damage?
No, it's just once.
Just the once? Okay, well, it's
a cantrip. It's not that good.
Okay. It doesn't hit on the second attack.
Is that the one that I'm lashed to, though? Because it would also take 2d4 fire damage.
Okay, yeah, I guess it's going to take its 2d4 fire damage then. You can roll it.
3, but I get to re-roll one of those d4s. It's still 3.
You know what? It has like no hit points left. The next attack's gonna kill it. It goes down. It's gonna have like 1 hit point left after that. So
how the hell did I not kill it?
I was like, please re-roll.
I actually could have added, when I attacked it, I could have added another seal on with the first attack and then burnt that seal with the other seal on the second attack. So I could have killed it on my turn.
Yeah. All right.
New character problems. Gotta learn how to be efficient with every little bonus action, nitty gritty. I have so much stuff. I used a lot of it.
I burned a couple spells.
When the last of these invisible stalkers goes down, you look around and you see Carlisle shaking himself off and brushing himself and trying to get himself dry. And he looks around and,
well, thank you. I don't really know what was going on. Oh boy. I have heard that there are some issues going on in the city with different factions. I know that there are a lot of people who are out there to get rid of the legions of all sight. Coming after the Life Dome would probably be a really big hit on us. Thank you very much for protecting me. But I'm kind of concerned why they had nothing to do with me. They were all right there. I'm assuming. I don't know. My goodness, though, you guys are very, very strong. Yeah.
I assume they were here for us and not for you.
Is there anybody that you have done wrong to in the city? Or
There might be a couple.
do you care to elaborate?
No.
Not particularly.
Nope. How about this? Knowing what you know and knowing what you see, who do you think this might be?
Well, it could be one of two. I mean, there's always the consortium. There's always the consortium, the Vermilion Dream. There's also the Sentinels of Memory. They kind of work alongside. Those two would seem to be the only ones that would have the ability to create elementals like this.
I think whoever would send assassins made of wind after us are the right enemies to have.
Ari, make a history check.
It was a 13, and then I checked my stats for a plus nothing, so 13.
It's all right. You didn't really need to roll high. You remember a certain someone has affiliations with a certain group that was just mentioned.
Damn it. Shame it's Paul, isn't it?
You're the one that remembers.
That does seem like the right enemy to have.
Well, anyways, look, you guys, I don't really know what happened in there. I gotta find a way to control I gotta find the crystal. I can't open any chambers to get inside, so I'm assuming that maybe these were false rumors. They were just spread by someone. I don't really know who could do it, but please return to the Crystal Chateau. Please go give everyone your report. That there are obviously some attacks going on in the city to the allegiance of all sight.
Excuse me, can you describe the crystal? Is it special in any particular way?
Oh, well, it's quartz, a thin shard of iridescent glowing quartz. It's not that big at all. It's just a little crystal, but it's important to me because I use it as kind of like a capacitor to regulate the water flows and lower and fluctuate the water so that we can go into the caves and we can do maintenance and all of the little fancy things. But without that, I'm afraid that the water supply could get taken away from the entirety of Vancarel. So it's important that we find the crystal.
Parrish will walk over to one of the nearby planters of vegetation and pluck off a twig, say to himself a few magic words, and let loss be found. And I'm going to cast Locate Object. I don't have to have actually seen that particular one. I'm just looking for the nearest thin shard of quartz.
Amazing.
If it's within 1,000 feet, I'll know its direction. If not, I can keep it up for 10 minutes if we look.
It is not within 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
Well, good to know I can stop steering around the ground around my feet then.
Yes, I'm afraid that it won't help to do us any looking here. Have you left the grounds here? You say you tend this place.
Yeah, I tend the place. I live here. I don't really have a reason to go out other than to go to Crook's to get some donuts. Have you had their donuts? Oh, he's great. He makes the best donuts in town. I'm being a little bit of a talker here. There's actually I've been.
We know it isn't here. Let us help you find this.
Oh, okay. You did. Oh, okay. Well, it's a piece of quartz. It's about yay big by yay high. It's just a quartz. But it's very important, and I hope you find it. I really need it. I am going to do my best to try to see if I can craft another one just with the resources that I have, but I don't know if I can do it with anything that's not quartz. It's kind of a long traditional thing to have, and if we don't have it for any length of time, or if it gets into the wrong hands, which I'm afraid it may have happened, if it gets into the wrong hands, they can flood the city, or they can drought the city, or they can use it as blackmail and get money, or whatever they need to do with it. They can do something very bad with it.
I assume it was stolen. If you do not leave this place, it's not within 1,000 feet of here.
No, okay. Well, that's boy. I don't know who would have taken it, but like I said, it could be the Vermilion Dream, or it could be the Sentinels of Memory. Those are the two kind of the ones that are usually the problem.
Well, Ari, we could hit two birds with one stone. Perhaps pay your old boss a visit and see if he has this, and potentially stop him from sending any other assassins after us.
I gave the man a bullet saying I wouldn't come after him, and he extended me the same. And I feel like he's broken his end of the deal. And if it's not him, I think I'm ready to break mine.
Ari, was the promise to not go after each other or not to kill each other?
In our world, there's not much of a difference.
Then don't be in that world anymore.
I have one thing left to do. 2 birds, 1 stone. And I want my bullet back.
Or you mean to tell me you haven't dealt with that problem yet?
I couldn't without you now, could I?
I'm different than I was back then.
You don't need to be the same. You just need to be my friend.
Normally I'd say I'd drink to that, but I've found that the drink has started to taste like ash and is not very effective. So
I'll drink for the both of us when it's over. It seems like we have plenty enough reasons to guns are getting cold. If you're with me, Parrish, Ortega, Lady Tatiana, Captain Dallas, and you're with me, we go and we end it. Who's coming?
Ortega will stand forward and pat his shoulder.
Ari, it wasn't ever in question.
No, it looks to Lady Tatiana.
I never promised not to kill anyone, so if you can't, I can.
Well, ain't we a team then? He looks over to Captain Dallas. You've been through a lot. You've faced some things from your past, and I know that you're still in the middle of it. Don't want to ask this of you, but if you can learn to kill a ghost of the past here, and then take that lesson and do what you want with it.
Sorry, I don't mean to, interrupt this really touching conversation. Might I offer a little bit of advice just before you go all guns blazing and furious against everybody? Look, you guys, you're very clearly, obviously heroes of this area, but you have no jurisdiction. Do you see what I'm trying to get at? If you go and you try to take down an organization, just the five of you, you might be faced with opposition from lawful folk, even if you're trying to do a good deed. I recommend at least going to the Legions of Allsight first. Tell them what happened here. Offer what you can. And depending on the outcome, you may be able to have the Allegiance of Allsight on your side. And here, in Ankarel, that goes a really long way.
Look over to Ortega. You might not remember this, but you once told me about this very situation that we should work to take it down. We should gain allies. It seems like a way to do that, and one that won't take us years to accomplish. What do you think?
Not one for politics, but having a political backing doesn't hurt.
Agree.
Especially when they have a lot of pull.
If they say no, I'm going anyway, but it won't hurt to ask for help.
Pretty sure they have to pay us for a job, so we should go there anyways.
And considering their city might be droughted or flooded, this concerns everyone living here. I think I'm
getting them on
that alone. Go ahead.
Sorry, pardon me. And getting them on side shouldn't take the full extent of our charm, incredible as it is. Let's pack up. Shaman's Paul doesn't wait. When he wants to do something, he does it. He does not care who dies in the way. If he has this, we have to go now.
Go ahead. Before we go, sir, you tend this garden, this fountain. Would you mind writing just your sworn statement? I assume you can't leave, but it could be some evidence. What you saw here, assassins coinciding with you losing your crystal, is very good cause that we would be able to give.
Oh, yes, of course. It's all in the report. I was going to give it to you anyways.
My God, he finished his report during combat. I respect this man. That is a work ethic.
I can barely take notes during a game.
I refuse to.
He's an old scholar. He's an old gnome scholar. He's quick with a pen.
Lovely little guy. We'll grab the report, and unless anyone needs to look around this area, to be honest, I don't necessarily want to disrupt it too much. This guy's the caretaker. Does anyone want to do anything before we leave?
Ortega's gonna look down at Ari and just say, "You once told me that Mr. Paul plays chess while others plays checkers. It appears he's made the first move. It's your turn."
Gods, yes, we get it. You remember each other. How lovely. Can we go?
Yeah, you're going to be in trouble, by the way. I will fill you in on the journey. I have things to tell you.
No, Ari, this is my battle. She's clearly grieving, and the only thing it's doing to her is making her a bitch to all her friends.
It's been perfectly nice to me.
She's been nice
she's
to me too.
She's actually been kind of a sweetheart, to be honest. And I think there's just a strong potential that if you continue to say things without more information, everything will go very badly for you, and you will die. Which, to be honest, I just think is probably pushing luck more than you ought to. How about we hang back while the others move on, and I'll fill you in on some details you ought to know. Trust me, You know you can. And we move out.
Okay. You guys have been to the Crystal Chateau before. This is nothing new. It's not far. And you get there and you see Prolex is there kind of waiting for you and looks at all of you, and he's got the money that, like he promised. He gives you each 50 gold, and he goes over to the headmaster that you've all met before, Grizz Alakritos, the little goblin guy. And
Nice.
You see Prolex. He says to Grizz, these guys have done a couple tasks for us now, and this next one, like I said, I really do think that, you know, these guys they are gonna help, and with this latest thing, I feel so bad that this happened. It was supposed to just be like the smallest little event, you know, just to investigate. Maybe we could have gotten a leg up in this, and to hear about these invisible stalkers and an assassination attempt. Headmaster Alakritos, I think we need to offer them that formal invitation to join us. And Grizz, reading the report, looks down and he looks up and he looks at all of you and he goes,
Well, I suppose that in light of recent circumstances, I am willing to offer you each a membership into the Allegiance of Allsight. And he opens up a drawer. Here is a badge for each of you. And I guess it's a welcoming bonus of additional 50 gold pieces. And if you head downstairs, you'll see a clothier. I will also offer you an additional stylish Allegiance of Allsight outfit. Now, you all look relatively different. So as long as you're just wearing some part of that outfit, we'll be able to tell that you are Legion's members. And for also as well, with this attire comes some additional perks. Modest quality lodging will be free. So any place that you need to stay in Oncarel is on us. And we will do our part in trying to figure out just exactly who and what is responsible. And we're going to get that crystal back as well, because that's very important. In the meantime, what are you guys going to do? Well, I'm sure that you're also going to do your part in trying to take down, find information. Just know that even though you are members of the Allegiance now, you're still not above the law. So no cold hard killing unless there's evidence, at least, please. And just be careful. The Hand of Ord is still, tough, even with us. But at least you have our back. If there's a situation, at least we'll be there to help out. As long as there's irrefutable evidence to support your claims. And anyways, with that all being said, welcome to the Allegiance of Allsight. Get some rest. You're gonna need it.
And that's where we're going to end it tonight. With their trials behind them, the banded broken stand before the Allegiance of Allsight, no longer outsiders, but allies, welcomed into the fold with promises of knowledge and purpose. But even as doors open, shadows linger. The attack was no coincidence. The pieces are moving, and Ari's suspicions weigh heavy. Was this a message, a warning, or something far more personal? Questions remain unanswered, but one thing is certain: this is only the beginning. I have been your host and Dungeon Master Kyle, and thank you to MAB Music for the soundscapes that breathe life into our world, and to you, our listeners, for walking this path with us. Until next time.